Okay, thank you so much for joining and welcome to yet another show on Solve Your Stress. I want you to take this as a challenge and tell me who's that person in your life who's never been stressed. And if you find one, please, please, please help me connect with that person because I want to say, how is it to go without stress? I believe the stress has been the story of life for so many people right from mother's womb. The stress while even being born and stress while even trying to learn few things, it's not effortless any longer and anymore. We can, of course, hold lot of reasons or a lot of people responsible for the stress. However, to a certain extent, we almost form a habit and we don't even know how to live without stress most of the time. Okay. So anyway, let's accept stress as the fact of life and know that there is always some other stress. A little bit for some people, it's quite a lot. For some people, it's just aches and pains. For some people, it's almost like a panic attack. For some people, there's acute awareness of stress, and for some people, it's just pains in the body and finally ill health, and that's when they realize they've ever been stressed. There's a story about a frog, and the scientist experimented with that frog. So what they did is they put the frog in the vessel and started heating up very, very gradually. And when the temperature rose beyond the tolerance limit, the frog had no energy to jump out of the vessel. And the frog got so acclimatized and used to that, didn't even think that the water is boiling up and I need to step out of the whole vessel. And they put another frog in the same temperatured water, and the frog jumped immediately. So if the stress is introduced all of a sudden, you often tend to fight it out. But if the stress is introduced very, very gradually, slowly over a period of time, we don't even realize that there is stress around and we start tolerating till the time you can't handle it anymore. And things get terribly worsened. So that's why the need for these kind of programs, which can help you cope up with your stresses. So we are now going to talk about past stresses, past of the current life, right? When the stress remains unresolved, it is like a raw wound and somebody needs to just touch over there and you can get triggered and feel, oops. Or you may behave very, very unnaturally. And you wonder what happened. Others might also wonder what happened. So, for example, if someone has humiliated you in front of the whole class, every time you're surrounded by the peer group, you will feel horribly stressed out without knowing why you're getting stressed out. It's after all a group of people. And why this particular group of people? And you would never know what happened. Till the time you eventually work on yourself and eventually regress back to the time when you were perhaps humiliated in front of the whole peer group. So every time there is a gathering of a peer group, you tend to react. There was a girl who menstruated for the first time, and by the time she reached home, her uniform was horribly stained. So she realized that people are laughing and joking behind her. And it was such an embarrassing walk for her from the school to home. And she would never forget that date. But later, she became completely image conscious and wouldn't allow even a tiny stain on her dress. And she forgot exactly why she has become so fussy and fastidious about the dress. So, what we need to do is heal the point of origin, and we call that inner child. So, with every traumatic incident, a part of your personality gets shattered with a set of beliefs and set of experiences and resultant set of reactions. And you tend to react every time there is a possibility of similar story, and you don't even realize, and you simply react and then later think, why did I overreact? Why did I create so much of stress over such trivial thing? It was after all a small little story. However, very few people have the ability to go back to the past and heal it on their own. Yet we can always work around that. Take a help of professionals and learn how to heal your inner children if you do not want yourself to keep getting stressed time and again, because you may learn temporary techniques of easing your stress. However, the deep wounds need to be healed so that people do not keep pressing the buttons and triggering you for no reason. Any question on this? No? I'm surprised. Okay. Would anybody like to talk about their inner children and how they have been reacting? We have Madhvi here. She's the school principal. And in Bangalore, Madhvi, would you like to talk about how inner children are affecting academics, or any such story that you know of?
Hi, ma'am. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Uh, According to me, I think for children, especially when they understand the concept of how they are being segmented in terms of, every time an emotion sets in, right, a part of them gets segmented, or what you call as inner children. The
Hmm.
very knowledge of it, I think, is going to help them become the whole person again. They will
Okay.
grow up to be they'll grow up to be a lot more happier, a lot more I think joyful, empathetic, and be the best in whatever they choose. So just by looking at the inner children and what is triggering me, like how you simply put, right, that what triggers me, becoming aware of, oh, this is triggering me again and again. Oh,
Hmm.
this is a pattern that I see.
Hmm.
Okay, what does this pattern have to bring in front of me?
Hmm.
Just becoming aware of it, I'm sure children are going to have very easily, because they're 15 years, ma'am. From what I have seen, right, I'm working from lower classes to say 10th standard. So I'm like, even if ninth and 10th, 14 years, 15 years, they have 14 years of life. They have 15 years of life, which is actually a lot better compared to, having to look at inner children of 40 years, 35 years,
Please
25 years, and
explain
30
that.
years.
I think you need to
Sorry?
explain that to the audience, the difference between healing inner children at younger age and healing inner children at older age.
Okay. So this is in my experience. Supposing I'm somebody who gets triggered with somebody's moodiness.
Hmm.
So I used to, I mean, I have a sister and she was very moody, and I was just looking at how every time she gets moody, I have to take in the brunt of it. And, like, why is she so moody? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? I'll continue to get moody people in life.
Okay.
And then I got to realize the best part. I had to deal with moody people because I had to understand I'm also moody. And that came after, say, 35 years plus. Then
Hmm.
I understood, okay, I'm also moody. I'm not a saint. And they all actually wanted me to accept that, that self of mine who tends to get moody, and it's okay.
That requires so much courage to admit on a public platform. Thank you, Madhvi.
One Radical has really made, uh, the thinking, feeling, the body, the senses,
Hello.
so it makes things so much more simpler, when you just become aware of it. I
Yeah.
think
I think we missed you in between. There was
Yeah,
an.
I was getting a call. Okay, I was getting a call now.
Uh,
So it makes things so much more simpler with Radical. Just the awareness, simple techniques that is taught, simple affirmations, and not even affirmation. One word is sufficient for you to shift like that. One word that resonates with you will just shift you, take you from wherever you are to a different plane. And just being with that word, or with the vibration of that word for long enough, and you never have to get back to that intensity of emotion. Maybe guilt, or maybe that moodiness, maybe that thing. You never have to do it again in life. So I think for lifetime you're taken care of. And when children at the age of 14 years, 15 years are given that opportunity, I can't even imagine what beautiful world, uh, this entire earth will be, where you have people being themselves, the authentic themselves, and yet being very considerate for other people.
that's so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much, ma'am.
and let me tell you, I haven't met any school principal as compassionate as Madhvi yet. I'm saying yet. I'm sure there would be many. Um, yeah, and she's been there for so many children, um, helping them cope up with daily stories and daily stresses, and at the same time disciplining them. So it's quite a bit of balance that she has to manage over a period of time. Thank you, Madhvi, for talking with us. Okay,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
thank you. All right. So, any other question or any other feedback, anything that you'd like to share?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, Purnima.
Ma'am, one thing it's always in my mind is
Mhm.
many work which are easily done by others, and it is so hard for me. I don't know why. Is it really like? Is it really normal, or is there anything um like it's from cleaning the puja room and making so many dishes, waking up early. Usually my colleagues, they'll tell that I woke up at 3:30, I woke up at 4 o'clock, I did this, I did that. So many things they'll talk, and I'll be wondering, how is it possible? Even like I was really trying very hard to, like early, like before joining Radical, I was really finding very difficult to wake up early in the morning, but now I'm okay. But still, so many, like many work which are easily done by others, why I feel difficult ma'am, to do. I really don't understand. So many times I'm thinking, why is it like this? Why is it really normal for others also, and only for me it's happening? Like, is there anything to work on that, ma'am, for me, please?
Prima, what time do you sleep? Around.
11. Yeah, ma'am, around 11.
Do you know it's so difficult for me to keep awake till 11?
Yes, ma'am. Even my colleagues, they'll sleep at 11, ma'am.
That's fine. But there are
Yes,
few
ma'am.
people who may not be able to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Most of the time after 8 p.m., I don't take any class because I'm never so fresh. So it's completely individual. My question is, why do you have to compare yourself with others? You are you. And how many things you're really good at, which many more people around you may not be good at? And what stops you from focusing on that?
Yes.
Got it?
Got it, yeah. Thank
So
you. Yes.
you're not stressed out because you are comparing yourself. It's opposite. You have a need to feel stressed and not okay. So you look for things you're not good at by comparing yourself to others. Do you see the difference?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And why would you do that to you? I'm just asking, why would you do that to you? I'll answer you also if you don't know.
Please, ma'am. I really don't know. Maybe I know, but I don't know how to.
So this goes back to your childhood
Yes.
when you could not perform as good as others, and perhaps some adults have compared you. Let's see how well she's doing. Look at you and look at her or look at him. They're doing so well. Now you realize you're not good enough and you're still lacking, and that gives you motivation to learn more and more things and be better and better. And the subconscious mind thrives on progress. Okay. So anything that you think it helps you in progressing, you keep manifesting. So if comparison helps you in progressing, feeling not enough helps you in progressing, if feeling of not okay makes you progress, you will continue doing that. And for you to feel not enough and not okay, you will find people who are better than you in certain aspects and not those who are not better than you.
Yes.
Do you realize the stressful games you're playing with yourself?
I got it, ma'am.
You got it. All right, fine.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So just be aware, as we just heard from Madhvi, just knowing that this is the game you're playing, your daily stress will reduce eventually. And then, of course, we can go back to your childhood and connect to that young Purnima who was compared in the past to say, hey, you don't have to get motivated this way. You are amazingly exclusive and you have special things. You're individual, you're different, and you don't have to compare yourself with anyone. And there are so many things which are better than you, better than others in you, isn't it? Awesome. Thank you, Purnima.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for sharing and asking questions.
Thanks.
Okay.
If I may add to that, I was doing exactly this, comparing, and there was jealousy and all that. And thanks to you, Radical, I mean, the gratitude is immense that now that I know my game, the moment it comes, no, but I am different. So the moment that awareness comes, it goes away. It's okay.
Absolutely. We all are very, very different, right?
How to get that awareness, ma'am? Like, how to get that awareness?
Open your palm. So every time there is a desire to compare, look at all your fingers. Are they same? No. Okay. Look at the trees. Look at the birds. Look at animals. Are they same? No. Anything natural is never the same. Okay. Honor your natural self. And of course, Purnima, it's never too late. Go to open house and heal your inner children.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Any other question? I can entertain just one quick question. And if not, please suggest the next topic. Again, tomorrow we have the fire ceremony. I will put the link in the same group. And also, it would be a break day tomorrow because we're having fire ceremony. Friday, we will meet, and I would welcome the suggestions for the topics. No question? Okay. Yes, please. Revati?
The next topic, if you could work on the domination by husband lifelong and how a wife is taking it for so long. That frog experience was very beautiful, but it is for a close friend of mine. She has been taking too much of literally shit from him all her life, and she's unable to wriggle out of it. She's just struggling. She's unable to step out of it. If you could work on that, it would be wonderful.
Certainly. Just remind me before I start. So
Sure.
we definitely work on the dominance and getting submissive and the stress of being submissive.
Yeah, it has become a servitude for her, and she's unable to get out of it.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Okay. See you on Friday, 6 p.m. Thank you.